Hi guys, and welcome to another Watch Geek video. Today we're doing another unboxing, and it's again a fake unboxing because with some of these watches I'm required to open the package in front of the postman and confirm that this is what I ordered, especially when it comes to more expensive things. And this is a watch that I actually bought for myself as a summer watch because it's a Doxa. And a Doxa has been my quiet suffering for quite some time. I was always a fan of their, let me move this away, of their design, especially the orange dial. One of my first mechanical watches was a Seiko Orange Monster, and this is the original orange faced watch. However, I'm kind of stuck between deciding between a 300T, which is the modern, the current version that's available, that's from Jenny family, and 1200T, which is the previous generation. I believe they call it, I don't know how they call that era, but that's the older model. Now that one is pretty hard to come by because it's sold out, so you can only find it used, and usually prices are pretty high. The 300T you can still order, but I managed to find one used, and this is actually a Shark Hunter, a black dialed one, because I didn't really care about the dial color. I just wanted to see and try the 300T in person because there are some controversies surrounding it. So that is why I ordered this one. I actually bought it used. So let's open it and see what's what. Now the current Doxa offerings no longer come in that legendary tube, but in these cardboard boxes. There's the warranty, and then this pouch, which is, well, pretty cool, but I believe those tubes were cooler. So let's open the box and see the watch. And here it is. The watch itself is gorgeous, as you would expect. This is the tag, and the retail for this is 1809. Just a second. Whoa, will it focus? No, it will not. Just a moment. 1,820 pounds, which is quite a lot. And the cool thing about Doxas is that they actually hold value, especially those 1200Ts and those earlier models, because those were limited. Now this is apparently also limited. Let's take it off this pillow. There are the extra links. The pillow is nice, soft. Let's move this away and zoom in to the watch. Look at that Shark Hunter, sub 300T. Where was I? Yeah, those were limited, and these are like regular production ones, although this one is actually some kind of a limited 50th anniversary because it has the, you know, the 1969 to 2019 written in the back, but it doesn't have the, they're not numbered like they usually are. Doxas are pretty legendary among divers, and they were one of the first, actually the first, to patent the helium release valve. It was in the 300T Conquistador, I believe, in the 1960s, that they co-developed with Rolex. Now this 300T, the current one, is basically a 1200T but without the helium release valve. There are some other differences, like the bezel teeth, I believe, are thinner on this than on the 1200T. The crown has this orange logo, which many people hate. I don't really hate it because I know these things are gonna wear out just as these numerals on the bezel. Now, speaking of the bezel, Doxa is known for having excellent bezel action, so let's try this one, and I hope the camera manages to pick up the sound. Well, the bezel action, I don't know if you heard it, but it's very precise. It locks into place. It has just the right amount of resistance, and these teeth are so easy to grip. They're like sawtooth, as you can see, but they also have these little notches in them. So it's a pretty cool bezel. One thing that kind of surprises you with Doxa is how small the dial is, and it really is small on this one. Now, I'm still undecisive about this versus the 1200T. This one comes with this amazing clasp that's all machined and has the ratcheting the ratcheting system, which is just amazing. Just like Rolex's Glide Lock, this is Doxa's version of that same system. And I absolutely love these on watches. But as you can see, also the clasp is very massive. It's really well built. The whole bracelet is very well built, and it's a true beads of rice, meaning each bead is for itself. Now the 1200T also has this nice part, but the extension, it doesn't have the ratcheting extension, but rather like a Seiko Monster, just a thin piece of tin that kind of extends outwards, and that's kind of cheap looking. So this definitely has a better bracelet. I also love the fact it doesn't have a helium release valve, because it's one less point for water to enter the watch after some time. And when it comes to the dial, well, they're pretty much the same. I believe the 1200T has slightly bolder this Doxa automatic. Now I will be getting a 1200T, but at least I'll try to get them both at the same time to make a comparison video, but we'll see if my finance plan manages to handle all that. Now I will put this on my wrist because I am interested in how it looks, because there is a problem apparently with people with smaller wrists, and I'm already seeing that. You see how odd this bracelet looks, because on the 1200T this is straight, and because of that this link right here is fully articulating, meaning that you can go all the way down because this doesn't hit the case. But on this one, on the 300, it looks cool because it like follows the contour of the case. But if you have a smaller wrist, you have to bend it like this. And the problem is that this link right here, if you can see, it doesn't move really that much. This is all that it has, because it gets stopped. There we go. Now we see the reason. It gets stopped by the case, so it's not rounded like the other beads, and as you can see, it's even slightly longer. So this definitely will not look good on smaller wrists. But it's time to find out if my wrists are big enough to handle this or not. And I'm actually having this currently on, which is the Albany diver, and I really love this thing. And here's the difference. This is 48 millimeters lug to lug. This is 44 point something. But if you look at the bracelets on this one, and this is how 1200T has their bracelet. As you can see, it's straight with the case, straight with the lugs, and it has a fully articulating this piece. So on my wrist, look how beautiful that looks. The bracelet just follows the contour of the wrist. Now with the 300T, if this watch had the same lug to lug as this, it would look ridiculous on my wrist. But this is 44, so let's put it on and see if my wrist can handle it. Now this is a moment of truth for me as well. And not really. Oh, it's very close. It's sticking quite a lot. Like this it looks okay, but when I look at straight down, oh wow, I don't know what to say. It's on the border of being beyond what I like. Why, Doxa, why did you do this? Why didn't you put a fully articulating connecting link and put a straight bracelet? The watch itself, the proportions on the wrist the watch is just beautiful. I mean, I love this. I love the dwarf hour hand. I love the huge minute hand that reaches not to the markers, but to the actual bezel, because that's what you're gonna read when you dive. It's just a beautiful watch. But as I'm filming this, I'm feeling like this watch just got ruined for me in like matter of minutes. Look how odd that looks. Now for reference, my wrist is 6.7 inches, and it definitely is not enough for this non-articulating connecting link of the stupid bracelet. Wow. And I know people like to wear these on straps as well, but if you're gonna wear a Doxa, it has to be on a beads of rice, and this is what I was really hoping for. Getting this and reviewing this actually sparked my interest back in getting a Doxa, because I just adore the comfort these bracelets offer. Look at this and look at this. Such a shame. I mean, don't get me wrong, the bracelet is wonderful. It also has a flex in all the directions. It's great, but why didn't they put a fully articulating one? god. I even love the flat crystal. Like the 1200T has a rounded domed crystal. This one has a flat one. And I always like flat crystals because they have so much legibility. Look at it. You can see it at any angle. Why? I don't know what to say. I was really so excited about this. I was sure I found my summer watch. And now I don't know. I think the hunt for a 1200T is inevitable. It looks cool like this, but you know, when you bend it, look, this is how it looks on my wrist. It's just ridiculous. I don't know. Anyways, that's it, guys, for this unboxing. I'm kind of disappointed. I mean, I'm not disappointed by the watch. The watch itself is amazing. The proportions, everything, just this end piece of the bracelet. Now stay tuned, I will probably do a full review, I don't know. I hope I will. And I really do hope to get a 1200T at a reasonable price so I can compare it and maybe leave the 1200T in my collection. Although the perfect watch would be like a combination of this and a 1200T. I love the fact it doesn't have a helium release. I love the fact it has a flat crystal. I love this clasp, but I want the bracelet of the 1200T. That is a better bracelet, definitely. And I want the crown from the 1200T. And I want the bolder text of the 1200T. And the list goes on. And apparently even the lume is not that good, but it's a day outside, it's still not evening, so I can't really test it. Apparently this pip is also lumed, but apparently it's pretty poor. I don't know. Anyways, that's it. I really have to go gather my thoughts about this. But it's probably gonna get flipped after I record a full review. It looks so beautiful in every angle but the one when it's on my wrist. Look, like this. Wow. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please like and subscribe. And until the next video, bye.